Have you ever taken a picture and decided that there was something in the picture that you didn't quite like, whether it was like pictures in the background like I have here, or whether there's a lamppost, somebody walked in a shot or anything, and because of which you had to just throw that picture away and you couldn't use it? Well, stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to be showing you in Photoshop how to remove unwanted items. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at how to remove unwanted items within Photoshop. Now this works easier with things that have like a similar background to other places in the photo. You'll see what I mean in a minute. We're going to use one tool, and that's going to be the Band-Aid tool in Photoshop. If you don't know what that is, you will learn very soon. Let's hop over onto Photoshop right now, and we are here on the screen. We have an image that I actually used for my thumbnail last night, which is that. It's a thumbnail from when I had my typography video. But that's not the important thing. What we have right now is this picture. I actually have two copies of every single picture, but that's only to show you the difference between the final finished edit and the original picture. So right now we're looking at the original picture, and in my thumbnail I managed to cut out these two pictures in my frame because they're just there in the background. I can't be bothered to remove them every single time I do a video, and my room is too small to frame it correctly in, so I just end up in my videos having that in the background. However, there is a very easy way to remove this from the background. If you come over to the left hand side over here, there is under the eyedrop tool there a little like Band-Aid thing. You might have any one of these symbols over here, so if you do see like the little Band-Aid tool right there or whatever, go over to the patch tool like I do here, or alternatively you can press J on the keyboard and it will bring it up as well. But again, make sure that the right one is selected, because if you have that one and then you press J, it will go to that tool as opposed to the one that's selected, so make sure it's patch tool. Perfect, so now you've got the patch tool. It's very simple to use. All you have to literally do, you've got two like options over here. It's either normal or content aware. You can like use those, there's not too much difference, but content aware is quite smart and it will basically try to like patch up the background, but normal also does a very similar job as well. But for now we won't worry about that too much. Right now what I want to show you is how you can easily remove the background. So you click and you drag around the picture, and then when you go up here, connect it to. Once you've selected the part of the image that you want to get rid of, you want to select it, and it will ask you the smart object must be rasterized before processing, etc. So just make sure you rasterize it. And once you've rasterized it, you can then move this tool anywhere you want. And the way this works is you simply click inside of the dotted line, and you can then drag to like there, as for instance, and then you press Ctrl D to deselect, and just like that, it's literally magic. Just like that, is gone. And if we hide this layer, you can see the difference between the two. And it's almost like you cannot tell that there was something there. There's no like really harsh lines or anything. On this particular photo, it works perfectly. There are other photos that I have or other pictures that I've tried before, and it doesn't work as well. But if you've got a background that's similar to the one that you want to cut into, it's very easy. So again, we'll do this with my Slipknot poster that's in the background. Now we have that shape right there. We simply move it across, Ctrl D, and that's literally how I made my thumbnail for last night's thumbnail. Very simple to cut those two out. Again, because this background is literally all one color, it makes it very simple to do. And with this particular image, there was almost no effort that was put into it, and just like that, we go from that image with two little frames in the background, which doesn't look the best, to that. To me, it looks a lot more cleaner, it looks a lot nicer, so it's easy to use. We'll come out of there, we don't want to take changes. The next image is of me when I was in Poland with my friend right there. What we want to try and do in this image is cut out the little motor in the middle. It just seems to be there, not the best of looking things. We're going to try and make the water come into it a bit. For this particular one, there's not a lot of water to like paste onto it, so we're going to have to do it in little sections to make sure that it's fine. So I'm going to draw around it like so, and then we can just do it in little bits. Again, we're going to do rasterize, so okay, you have to do that to make sure it can be edited basically. Bring it over here where there's some more water, Ctrl D, and then we can just carry on doing this, and the more water that we have pasted on, the easier it is to do it. And then you just keep on doing this until you got like the desired look. I'm going to then do the rest of the motor. I'm going to try and cut off that bar there, bring it up roughly there, and you get the idea. Doesn't look the best because there's a little like white spots there that are repeating and stuff, so maybe if you want to circle one and bring it over to like that, go deselect, and then maybe if you want to get rid of that white spot as well. You get the idea. That's basically a very quick way. And also another thing that we can see in this image as an example, we can cut out this little grey, like I don't even know what it is, grey sticker on my little life jacket. Bring that over. Control D, deselect. It then turns orange and it almost is not even recognizable. We'll do it again on my friend's jacket, just something else to do. Bring it up, Control D. You can see a little bit of white there. Maybe you can go around it and then bring it down if it doesn't work going up. There we go. Simple. So far 2 pictures, we managed to edit them pretty good. If you wanted to get rid of the clouds, again, what we could do is circle around the clouds. Because there's more sky to choose from, I'm going to do the clouds a little bit of a bigger shape. And we're just going to do a rough cut around the clouds. Control D. You get the idea. If you were to Control Z, bring the clouds back, do content aware, we'll show you the difference. There's not a huge difference in my opinion. Deselect. But I think content aware does make it look a little bit more neater. We'll do it again there. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. So that's when you alternate between content aware and normal. Sometimes it works better with the different options. So I'm just going around these clouds now. Ooh. There we go. You can get very quickly like the clouds out of your image. I'm doing it very rough at the moment. I don't like the look of that, so I'll Control Z a couple times. We could even, if we do it correctly, try and get rid of that tower. I don't know how well this is going to work. That makes it really blurry. Maybe we'll try content aware. And then again, you just go over it a couple times, maybe bring it over here. You get the idea. I could keep on going over it and make it look a little bit better, like maybe blend it in with the sky just a tad bit more. So then there's no cloud. We'll get rid of this patch over there. Maybe if I tried normal mode, deselect. It's a bit dark over here. Try over there, deselect. And all of a sudden, like the sky looks like it's got less clouds, so you see just more of the sky. Compare this to when we hide it. Everything there that we've hidden between those 2 images. We've even managed to hide a building, a motor, some stickers on our life jackets. Like, we've hidden a lot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is a pretty simple tool to use if you just want to very quickly get rid of something that's very easy to get rid of. Again, we'll do one more thing in this picture, which is going to be this little crane thing in the background. So we'll just highlight around there, bring it over, deselect. Perfect. So again, you see the changes, the clouds, the picture, the motor, the building, everything. It's all different in this picture. I could probably make it look a little bit better if we spend a bit more time in it, but we'll get rid of this image for now. We will not save changes. And here is a picture of me standing in Cyprus somewhere, and I decided I'd try and use this picture. First thing I see is a little tower thing in the background, so I press Z for the magnifying glass. I'm going to zoom in just by using my mouse to drag it in or out. That little tower thing right there isn't the best of things to have in the background of my picture, so I'm going to try and cut out around the tower. Deselect, and right there, I know there were like lines, but you can't see those lines unless you zoom right in, like just about see them, so I'm not going to worry about those. So that tower right there has disappeared, so if you see from the background to now, like there. I thought this picture would be a bit more fun to use because I'm going to try and hide like this dirt track around my legs. I'm going to try and cover that all in grass around me, so I'm going to press J for the patch tool, and I'm just going to get some of this dirt ground. I'm going to do it in little bits. I'm going to not get my shadow. Deselect, Control D. And all of a sudden, what you have is it's copied itself over there, but then it takes in the light. It takes in the light, so it works. I don't know, this tool was just perfect. So I'm going to bring this round. Deselect. And you can see now, all of a sudden, I've made this path that was originally dirt into grass. Now you could probably, like, there's a little bit of dirt around here still, gravel, or whatever you want to call it. And if we go over here, we're going to do around this side as well. We'll do it in little patches. We'll try over there a bit. And all of a sudden you've got grass there as well. We're going to do this time content aware. I'm going to drag it over here. deselect. Perfect. Then like there's a little bit there that looks like it's not quite grown, so then we do that. As a very quick edit, again, we've managed to turn this pathway into a grassy pathway. You can see where the tower in the background and where the pathway is just like coming from. And like I say, we're just going to avoid the shadow because we need a shadow for my body. It would look weird if we didn't have a shadow. So that's enough of the grass. I think you get the idea with that. Again, we'll just look at the difference between the background and the normal layer. So that's the original copy, and then this is the copy after I've added in grass. You can tell the difference. Obviously, again, you can make it look a lot better. Okay, so right now we have another picture of me in Poland. I want to get rid of this boat in the middle 100%. These cranes we can have a look at up in the top right. And also I've got a logo on the back of my shirt, which I think I can get rid of as well. So first of all, we got J for this tool. We're going to draw around the boat that we want to get rid of. And we're going to rasterize it. Bring it down into more water. And all like that. All of a sudden, we're going to show the difference. Boat, no boat, boat, no boat. Obviously, you can tell the difference in the water when you're looking at the two. But I think if you're just looking at this image, you're not going to notice too much of a difference. I'm going to get rid of that. There is a little bit of like streamline from the boat itself, so we're going to bring it down there a bit. And at first glance, you're not going to notice a difference. There's a little red boy thing over there. We're going to bring that out. That's gone. All right, now that we got rid of the boat, we're going to have a look at these cranes. Best thing to do is bring it around my head. And up and across. Bring this over to more sky. There, deselect. Doesn't look the best. Try content aware. Deselect. And there we go, cranes are gone. Like I said, if normal doesn't work, I think what normal does is it adds like a bit of a blur to it. Content aware, on the other hand, like it does something different where it literally pastes on the background. It just looks different. So we've got rid of the boat and we've got rid of the cranes. Next up, and the last thing for this image, so I want to get rid of this logo on my shirt. So let's literally go around this logo. There we go. Click and drag, bring it down. Deselect. And just like that, you've got rid of that shirt. Even has some of the creases in the back where the logo was. So if you can see there, some of the creases has obviously been repeated from down here. But again, you wouldn't notice. It's got the shading and everything. It actually worked really well on that shirt. I'm surprised at that. So again, looking at the original and the edited version, in my opinion, looks pretty good. I would admit the water does look a bit weird with the little V shape. But maybe if you do something like that, you can like mess around with it. That doesn't look good. You can mess around with it and then make it look a bit more rounded so it doesn't look quite like a V shape. You can then select these little signs over here. And just like that, I've managed to get rid of those little red signs. First try as well. So if we go to hide layer, to show layer. And actually I've just noticed on this bridge in front, you've also got some signs. So we're going to zoom in, press J again, and bring this across, deselect. We're going to go to content aware, deselect, little flag, bring it across, deselect. Simple. Go and get rid of this one as well, deselect. We're going to go Control 0, brings the full screen, and there we have it. All the edits done in this picture from the original to now. That's probably my favourite one so far that we've actually managed to do. And finally we have this one. It's in the same location of what we were just in the picture before, but I'm just looking away from the river rather than towards the river. So we're going to go press J on our keyboard. You get the idea. We have the cranes right there. We got the line in the sky. We have the Hard Rock logo on my shirt. All these things we could potentially get rid of if we just play around a bit. So first of all, we're going to do this and start it off easy. Get rid of the crane and bring it up. I messed up. I need to keep it in line like there. Try on normal. Deselect. We'll do this again on this one. Control D. Just right there, we've got rid of those two. Pretty simple. We're then going to get rid of this white line. And there are different ways you can get rid of these white lines around like other tools. However, this is the easiest way, or this is the way I'm going to show you for now, because we have just been using this particular tool, so it's just easier to show you with this tool as well. So right there, you can already see the difference. No crane, no streaks in the sky. Next up, we're going to be editing the logo, or we're going to be trying to edit the logo out the shirt. We just did it on the back of the shirt. We'll see if we can do it on the front of the shirt. Highlight around the logo, drag it across, deselect. That looks pretty good for something that takes you 2 seconds to do. And again, if you spend hours on this, you could probably do it a lot better. You could like have something that just turns out a lot better than what I've managed to do within the like literally 30 seconds doing this picture. Anyway, that's going to be it for this tutorial on Photoshop on how to remove things from the background. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. It was a very simple tutorial using literally one tool, and it's surprising how well it works. Like, it amazed me the first time I ever used it in my pictures, and it's something that I'm going to use a lot more in the future as well, as I get more into editing and more into my photography itself. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe to this channel, comment down below if it helped you out in any way, and comment down below any suggestions you want to see on any of the Adobe products. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!